Hello, our dear viewers, and welcome to this edition of our program Africa Today. In today's edition, we are going to talk about the Cairo Water Week. The Cairo Annual Water Week CWW conference kick-started in Cairo today and will last until Thursday. The 2021 conference will focus on water population and the global change. More in the following story by Sameh Sharif.
Water Week conference is taking place from the 24th to the 28th of October 2021 under the theme Water, Population and Global Change, Challenges and Opportunities. The Ministry of Water Resources said that it has, for a variety of reasons, selected the population issue, the first time such a subject will be discussed at an international conference or event. It said population has a direct impact on the water sector as a result of severe pressures on demand to meet the population's needs for drinking and irrigation water and to provide food. It said this is in addition to implementing economic activities that accommodate the steady increase in the population and provide job opportunities for the people. Officials said that this year's conference is the fourth in a series of conferences that started in 2018 with the aim of enhancing communication between water organizations, water sector-related industries, and regional and international bodies and related communities. The ministry noted that the 2021 Cairo Water Week is a culmination of the success achieved by the three previous editions. It added that the CWW has become one of the most important and largest events related to water and sustainable development in Egypt and the Middle East. The event aims to promote water awareness, foster new thinking around the most pressuring water-related challenges, and take actions towards integrated water resources management and conservation. A number of ministers, official delegations, and senior officials in the water sector and other related sectors from around the world are participating in the event. Also present at the event are scientists, parliamentarians, international organizations and institutes, and civil society organizations. It includes presentations and the participation of prominent international speakers in more than 70 technical sessions. An exhibition will be held on the sidelines featuring modern irrigation technology, smart irrigation, and water reuse methods.
To shed more light on the issue, we are very much delighted to be joined over the phone by Mr. Raouf Gaafar, our political analyst. Good afternoon to you, Dr. Gaafar.
Good afternoon to you, my dear.
How are you, sir?
Fine, yourself.
How do you see the timing of holding the conference this year, Dr. Gaafar, amid the coronavirus pandemic repercussion and the challenges to the water resources worldwide?
First of all, the water is the major issue and of this era, and the availability and scarcity of water in the coming years has become the most persistent challenge facing the whole humanity. So that is why we are getting more and more conscious as far as water is concerned, as far as the water resources are concerned, as far as water conservation is concerned, etc., etc., etc. So if we're talking about the fourth what do you call it, chapter or meeting regarding water and this water week that has just been opened today.
Yes.
I think there is an unprecedented presence as far as people attending are concerned. I mean, we have ministers, more than 20 ministers, I think, are there, maybe almost 2,000 speakers. Some of them are one-on-one, and some of them are at distance.
Yes.
I mean, they are addressing the major issues regarding the challenge that water can represent over the next years.
Yes.
And on the regional level and on the international level. Again, I repeat, being the most important challenge facing the globe.
Indeed.
I mean, Earth in the coming future is water, and scarcity of water, and management of water. That is why this kind of meetings and forums and conferences have become very, very, very important.
Yes. Dr. Gaafar, how would you list here the reasons for the threats to water resources around the globe?
First of all, we have the global warming. The climatic conditions are changing all over the earth, and if I may say, in an unpredictable way.
Yes.
I mean, so this is again presenting a very important challenge for people to discuss. On the other hand, the scarcity of rain in some of the areas that were known with their heavy rains, and now no more. So again, this is another issue. The illegal or unconsented constructions of waterworks and dams over rivers, particularly the rivers that extend into different countries without the agreement of the whole basin countries. This again represents a threat to the water coming across borders from one country to the other.
Yes.
Etc. etc. So a lot of problems are facing the water resources and availability of water, and it has to be tackled very, very professionally in a way to conserve as much water as possible and to keep life on our planet as long as possible.
Indeed. Dr. Gaafar, how is the global warming affecting the water resources in the world and specifically in the African continent?
Unfortunately, global warming means that the scarcity of rain.
Yes.
And a lot of African countries depend on rain as the only source of water. And when, of course, there is a period of extended dryness, then it becomes not a problem, but a catastrophe. So again, global warming is affecting the amount of precipitation, amount of rain coming down.
Yes.
And this is, of course, we understand not only, and the rain is not only the major water source for a lot of countries, but it feeds most of the rivers. So it's again, it becomes the source of life, not only for the countries on which rain falls, but on the countries that are taking water from the rivers that are fed by water. So this is a major issue, and it is a direct effect of the global warming, of course.
Indeed. Sir, addressing the inauguration ceremony of the Cairo Water Week 2021 by video conference, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said that overpopulation actually is one of the reasons for water scarcity. How do you read this statement by President al-Sisi?
Of course, our president addresses this issue as a major challenge for Egypt particularly.
Yes.
Our water resources are not only limited, but they don't seem to increase.
Yes.
And the population, on the other hand, unfortunately, is increasing in a very sort of dangerous way.
Yeah.
So we have to not only use the water for the existing population, but we have to make provision for the increase in population. This is why our president is giving the utmost attention to this problem. First of all, he is securing the amount of water that comes to Egypt, and he doesn't want anybody anywhere to touch a drop coming in. He is giving instructions to rationalize the usage of water by applying the new irrigation methods, trying to save as much water as possible.
Yes.
On the other hand, he is encouraging the building of treatment stations so that there is a recycling of water, so we can use it once, twice, or thrice. He is now giving all the new projects coming for land reclamation and so on are whether greenhouses or not, but are using most modern irrigation methods, saving as much water as possible. The fact that a lot of buildings have been done, have been built on agricultural land, so wasting a lot of resources that we have. I mean, all the problems related to this issue has been addressed very seriously and strongly by our president, our administration, simply to safeguard the welfare of and the well-being of the future generation.
Indeed. Dr. Raouf Gaafar, our political analyst, always a pleasure to listen to your precious input, sir. Thank you very much for being our guest for today. And still with the Cairo Water Week, the access to clean, affordable and safe drinking water is both a fundamental human right, but access to water resources in Africa is still hard. And the situation in sub-Saharan Africa is especially dire. More details.
Access to clean, affordable and safe drinking water is both a fundamental human right recognized by the United Nations and Goal 6 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. However, access to this essential resource in Africa is not yet universal, with 1 in 3 Africans facing water scarcity and approximately 400 million people in the sub-Saharan Africa lacking access to a basic drinking water. Access to water remains a pervasive development issue across the continent, as a 2019 report by the World Resources Institute (WRI) revealed. Indeed, addressing climate change and poor management of water resources and services is paramount to tackling Africa's water stress. Researchers say water risk throughout the continent is quite heterogeneous, as light patches such as those along the River Nile are interspersed with the areas suffering from critically high water risk. The equatorial and tropical regions around the Democratic Republic of the Congo also enjoy significant surface area, with noticeably less water risk than their continental neighbors. Scientists maintain that understanding the continent's water risk factors is an essential prerequisite to instituting changes to the poor management of its water resources and services, alongside bolstering climate resilience. As such, they highlight several areas within the water sector that require investment to